Pisces, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy here at the Renaissance Tarot, where I serve and I slay. So dear Pisceana and Pisceanos, today I'm going to be doing your reading for the month of October, mid-October. And in this reading, I'm going to take a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify all the cards and get some final advice for you. Now, dear Pisceana, remember, I love you so much, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here onto the channel. Thank you so much for everything, and I greatly appreciate you. You know how much I love you, Pisces. Now, these are general readings, so they may resonate with you and they may not. My cutie patootie looking all this so good. Let's get into your reading and see what's going on for you. Brand new deck, Pisceana. Okay, so your challenge, dear Pisces, for mid-October is the Five of Moons, which is the Five of Cups. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Cups, and that's you. Followed by the Death card. Sorry. And the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so you're disappointed into something, or you're sad. I think it's more about some sort of a frustration or pain, or there is this sadness that you are processing through right now with the Five of Cups energy. You know, this is showing someone in the original deck, which may come out, that there is a situation here that turned out to be in a way that caused a lot of sadness and just a lot of confusion. You might be mourning something, like mourning, because it shows a person that's like very sad, you know, and you're trying to really understand, is there an opportunity out of this situation? If there is silence, if things ended, like what's next? And we're going to clarify this in a moment. In the recent past, dear Pisces, you have the Temperance, the Sun, and the Six of Swords. So some of you are dealing with the Sagittarius, Leo, I'm getting here, also Aquarius, Gemini possibly. So in the recent past, I do see here a lot of happiness, okay? This sense of balance, sense of happiness between you and this person. But I'm also getting here with the Six of Swords. Some of you embarked onto some sort of a healing journey. Something happened in your life where you had to really face certain things. Maybe some of you felt disconnected. I'm seeing here someone walking away. You walked away. We're going to clarify this shortly. In the present moment, you have the Three of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. So in the present moment, there is this hot and cold energy, hot and cold position, okay, about whether there should be a reconciliation, whether there should be a reunion or not. Because for many of you, I do see here, you really want to actually like solidify something here, and you want to bring things together, because that's what the Four of Wands here talks about. Four of Wands here is about homecoming, celebration, with the Three of Cups as well, and like marriage. But along with that, there is a lot of challenges that you're aware of, and we're going to clarify to see what those are with the Seven of Wands. In the near future, you have the Eight of Wands, the Lovers, and the Page of Swords. So in the near future, there is communication that's going to take place, okay, in regards to you and to this person here. As you can see, there is an arrow, right, towards the Lovers. And the Page of Swords here is about some sort of an execution, settling, letting the dust settle down, and then having clarity in order for you to move forward. You have the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck, so that's you. Queen of Cups, the Death card, Scorpio energy. So a lot of you are transforming. There is transformation that's happening on an emotional level especially, okay? On how you feel, how you act, what you want to do. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Sun again. So let's get into your reading and let's clarify all the cards for you. So dear Pisces, I'm going to clarify the challenge, which is the Five of Cups. Let's see what happened to my Pisceanas. What's going on? So the Five of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Death card, and the Four of Cups. No wonder why. So a lot of you, remember when I said in the beginning, I'm picking up on a sad situation here, right? Some of you are really feeling disappointed, sad, frustrated, trust issues. Sprinkle, sprinkle, straight up, right off the get. Trust issues between you and this person. I'm getting here this energy of really just kind of going within yourself and contemplating. Four of Cups. You're doing a lot of thinking, you're really asking yourself this question. Is this something that I should put an end to or not? And a lot of you might feel that you were either taken advantage of or you trusted way too much. And it's like, you got to change something with your approach, or maybe establish some boundaries and just be very specific with certain people. So that's why you have the Queen of Cups and the Death here again at the bottom of the deck, right? So something is changing after this experience, after this incident. Okay, dear Pisces, something really deeply transformed within you that has come into your awareness. Okay, with the Death card here. And you are kind of are able to connect the dots with the Seven of Swords to really understand, was this person being sketchy? Were they really dishonest? Did I have any assumptions? Did I really have the right information about this person, right? So we're gonna see, and because of these trust issues is why you're feeling this, in this place of sadness, okay? And you're wanting to really get out of this funk. It's just been funky. But we'll get into this. Let's talk about the past real quick, present and future. And I want to also take a moment and thank to one of the Pisceana subscribers. Thank you so much. I know that you did mention in the comment section that you also do tarot, and you have sent me a mermaid tarot deck, and that you love my work as a Pisces. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I will announce it on the channel also. That's very, very kind of you. And I felt very honored to receive that gift from a Pisces. Okay, so thank you. Let's get into your recent past. The Temperance in the past is clarified by the Three of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Chariot. I think that there was this sense of collaboration, cooperation between you and this person. You built something, okay? You did. You and this person were able to build a strong foundation and move forward. I'm seeing here momentum. I'm seeing here maybe there was a waiting period, but after that, you both got onto something and started building, okay? The Three of Pentacles shows three people, they're building something. Maybe you build a business with this person. You build foundation, relationship, friendship, connection. Something very profound was being built, okay, between you and this person. And also I'm seeing here that there was this sense of direction, because the Chariot here is all about moving forward, leaving the city behind, and having a sense of purpose, right? And many of you maybe even relocated, you moved somewhere else, right? You moved from one place to another and then started building, and you met this person, you both built something together. So Sagittarius energy there, Leo energy, Cancer, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So let's talk about the Sun in the past, dear Pisces. I'm seeing here a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Fool. Yeah. Many of you maybe didn't date for quite some time until you meet this person, until you met this person. So you manifested this connection. You manifested this relationship to have a brand new beginning. What I do see here is with the Seven of Pentacles, everything seemed to be happy until a certain point where there is something that happened that you felt a little bit stagnant. You felt kind of questioning, what is the purpose of this relationship? What is the long-term goal for our connection, right? Many of you are very spiritual people. You are psychics. You are doing tarot readings. You are a very spiritual individual, especially as a Pisces. You're the most intuitive sign, one of the most intuitive signs, if not the most intuitive, right? In the zodiac, along with Cancer, Leo, and Scorpio too. So I feel that for you in the past, you kind of really started prophetically speaking, trying to see, okay, where are we going? What is the direction? So the Six of Swords here, there was a separation, okay? Because maybe there were some conflicts here and there in between, and it turned into something bigger. And I do see here somebody here disconnecting. The Six of Swords is clarified by the High Priestess, the Strength, and the Three of Cups. Yeah, so you could have disconnected from a Leo here. As you can see, the Strength card is the card of a Leo. So your intuition, trusting your intuition, what's best for you, right? Because the High Priestess here is, again, talking about your intuition, your inner knowledge, your inner knowing. There is this sense of knowing that maybe sometimes you can't even, have you ever guys like felt, it's like you know something within you, you just know, but you just cannot really verbalize it and put it into words at all. Like I've had those too. So you disconnected from someone here just because maybe also there was possibly, I don't know, I don't like to talk about those things, but like third parties. The third party could be anything. It could be a toxic habit, family member, a person, a thing, right? So you just kind of felt like, you know, I'm just gonna like, we're just gonna separate. We're just gonna like disconnect, get tongue-tied. Maybe it was difficult for you to make the decision, but you did anyways. I've really noticed recently in your readings, Pisces, you're starting to choose yourself more and you're starting to really do the things that make you happy first. Because you have given and given and given all the way and out there to everyone else. But the time has come for you to pull your energy back into yourself and pour into you. Now, so you have the Three of Cups here in the present moment, the Four of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Not that you would not want to be with this person, okay? But I think that there is challenges here that comes with this connection that you got to be really aware of. So the Three of Cups is clarified by the Tower, the Hierophant, and the King of Swords. So I feel like that for many of you, Taurus energy, by the way, you know, something's got to change. Something's got to transform. Maybe you are already going through this chaos. You're already going through this transformation. I do get this energy here of someone also going through a transformation. Because the Tower here shows like two people falling off the tower, right? And something here is transforming not only in your life, but in somebody else's life. Now, the pace of this transformation may not be the same because you might be going at a different pace. This person might be going on a different pace, but this is bringing in both of you to the understanding with the King of Swords, because King of Swords is about on a mental level, on the mind. What is commitment, right? How far ahead do you guys want to think of this relationship? What kind of a commitment are you both looking for to? Because the Four of Wands here in the present moment is about marriage, and a lot of you are contemplating about marriage with this person. The Four of Wands is clarified by the Five of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. So here is the thing. This is the challenge that I wanted. I remember when I said it's going to come out, right? So this is the Five of Cups, which is your challenge. Like the main challenge, right? You're sad, you're disappointed over a situation, but there is opportunity right behind you that you're gonna be aware of. So, and that's your challenge here in this deck. So for a lot of you, I think that there might be some other issues involved in this connection that might be kind of presenting themselves to be hindrance to you and this person marrying each other. It could be cultural differences, financial things, certain set of beliefs and things like that. But eventually the end goal here is the Ten of Cups, because the Four of Wands here is the card of a marriage. And this is the end goal, to settle down together, to marry, to be with each other, right? To be on the same page. So Seven of Wands here in the present moment is talking about like those challenges that you are aware of and you might be going through. The Seven of Wands is clarified by the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. So in the present moment, I do see here you kind of holding communication back right now. Okay, you're really kind of looking into your emotions. And you might be feeling like that you are actually communicating with this person telepathically. Like there is an emotional communication going on. Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, could be a same-sex situation, does not have to be. If that's not your story, then that's not. But I feel like that in the present moment, a lot of you are really doing internal thinking, internal work. Like there isn't, on an emotional level, you can pick up on this person's energy. Nothing hasn't really manifested yet in the 3D reality. But Eight of Wands here is in the near future. So in the month of October, there is some sort of a communication that's coming up. And you know, I have a lot of success stories also on my community post that you are more than welcome to check out. The Eight of Wands here is clarified by the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Hangman. Yeah, even though there might be a lot of struggles and challenges, but there is an offer coming in. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Seven of Wands is the challenges. The Hangman is you, by the way. The Hangman represents Pisces in tarot, non-conventional, going against the current. The story of a Pisces, the story of a Hangman goes all the way back to the times when, you know, they hung this person off the tree because this person was going against the current, against the grain. And, you know, it's like this person did not want to conform, had a totally different look on life, right? Ruled by Neptune, and you can see this person is wearing blue, right? The blue represents the spirituality, the head being illuminated. It represents the spiritual ascension, the understanding, the third eye opening. And in the near future, that's just a description of the card, but there is an communication coming in towards your way. This is about this new beginning. It could be even you getting to a point where you would want to offer that new beginning and communicate, or maybe this person wants to communicate and offer that new beginning, because in the middle of your reading in the near future, you have the Lovers, okay? So let's talk about the Lovers here in the near future, and it shows 2 hands and a heart. So it's clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Swords, and the 2 of Cups. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The cards ain't gonna lie. Okay, so the Lovers here is clarified by the 2 of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. So this person is part of your destiny. I think you already know that, since you are very intuitive. You've trusted your intuition in the past, especially with the High Priestess. You know, like, why you and this person met together. And I'm seeing here many of you are also receiving a lot of, getting a lot of flashbacks when it comes to this person, synchronicities and signs and things like that, colors, names, smells, songs. And so in the near future, I do see here you addressing certain things to this person, clearing the air, right? Clear the air with this person, because the Queen of Swords, she is the one who has her hand above the clouds and her sword. The sword represents the speech, the communication, wanting to really bring things into clarity. And the Wheel of Fortune is the change of events. It's a turning point, okay? Wheel of Fortune. This is a very positive and an enthusiastic and a promising energy here, but it's also very serious, because if it's gonna happen, it is gonna happen. Now, the Page of Swords in the near future, execution of the next stage of this connection. It's clarified by the World, the 5 of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. So I think big part of this relationship and this connection that really comes, under my attention here is closing the cycle of the constant arguments and conflicts that you and this person had with each other in the past. Right, the 5 of Swords is talking about competition, arguments, conflicts, misunderstandings, not being on the same page. And that's a cycle that you want to close out. That's something that you really want to just put an end to and be able to move forward and eventually have a brand new beginning based on the Ace of Pentacles energy. This is about solid ground. This is about being grounded in this connection and put an end to the past drama, third parties, things like that, arguments, conflicts, competition that was really affecting you and this person being together. So that's something that you're gonna come in terms of talking to this person and having a conversation with, because I do see here, I'm getting here a lot of like text messages and chatting going on, and to understand the situation, to clear the air. So let's get the advice and see what is the advice for you, dear Pisces. What is it that you need to know? Okay, so you have the full moon at the bottom of the deck, which is an extra, actually one of the very rare. There is 3 extra cards in this deck. The full moon talks about the illumination. We just had the full moon in Aries, so a lot of boldness and a lot of clarity. Now, in the advice here, you have the Tower, the Ace of Cups, and the 6 of Wands. The 6, okay, there is definitely an opportunity here to come out of this situation powerfully. The Tower, you had it also in the present moment. So something's changing, something's transforming, and it's a good change. It's a download. Someone also is having a realization of how much they truly love you. That's why they have the Ace of Moons, which is the Ace of Cups, right? So there is a realization of leaving the past behind and getting to this energy of the 6 of Wands. Okay, 6 of Wands here is about victory, okay, overcoming all of the challenges that you have had with this person. And it takes 2 of you to come on top, okay? Sometimes it may be a little bit lonely on top, but it may feel good. It doesn't have to feel lonely all the time. You don't have to be all by yourself. So what I'm trying to say. So I do see here, the advice here for you is to really embrace the changes that are happening, right? And I do see here already doing that and allowing this shift to bring you both together on a new level of consciousness, energy, commitment, and understanding. Because even though you're like struggling right now, might be a little bit sad and disappointed, that's not the end of the story. That's not always going to be like that, okay? So dear Pisces and Pisceana, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I hope that this reading helped you and brought some clarity. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.